All right, they say we live. Let me go check, make sure the audio is working. See how it sound first. Working. See how it sound. So we live. Let me go check, make sure the audio is working. See how it sound first. Sound good. Sound good. Most ain't crazy. All right. Y'all by Shimmy Shop Rock a Thumb. Y'all Shimmy Taba Shimmy Shah. To the sisters, you know what I'm saying? We about to do a quick little class real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just break something down. You know what I'm saying? Help give understanding to our people. Hold on, let me share this class. Let me do that first. Let me share this, John. All right, the class is shared. Log it. All right, man. We gonna get into this class real quick. If y'all can see, the topic of the class says, "Are you closer to Diddy and Cassie than you think?" So why is this a class? Because I have seen a lot of people, you understand what I'm saying, acting like they don't know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Like they never seen nothing like this in their life. But to me, and what I've seen, this is damn near an average relationship. You understand what I'm saying? This is just on steroids. But we're gonna break down some of the Bible, and then I'm gonna show y'all what we'll be talking about. And the first thing we're gonna break down is who's to blame for this. You understand what I'm saying? Who's to blame for our people living this type of lifestyle? Now, of course, it's Esau. You understand what I'm saying? And what we've gotten from him, basically through the Christian church. That's really what it is. So the first thing we're gonna get into Luke 16. You understand? We got young man wisdom. You know what I'm saying? He on here with me, gonna read for me. You understand what I'm saying? It's my brother. You understand what I'm saying? You got the scripture. We gonna break this down.
Yeah, the scripture.
Luke 16:1.
Yeah, I got that, John.
You can go ahead. I'm gonna get there with you.
All right. And he said also unto his disciples, there was a
Uh-huh.
certain rich man
There was a
which
certain
had a
rich man
steward, and the same was accused unto him that he had wasted his goods.
that he had wasted his goods. What is this talking about? Who is the rich man in this scenario? You understand what I'm saying? The rich man in this scenario is the Most High God. You understand? That's who the rich man is in this scenario. The rich man in this scenario is God, and he got somebody that's working for him. You understand what I'm saying? And that's his steward. And he's wasting his goods, meaning that he messing his money up. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that means. You messing this man money up. You know who's messing up? What they say? Who messing up the church's money, or all that messed up the church's money? Who messing up the real church's money? You understand what I'm saying? And this steward, and in this steward in this metaphor, I'm just gonna go and get to. That's your pastors, man. That's your leaders. You understand what I'm saying? That's the people who have been leading our people. You understand what I'm saying? And we gonna figure out this. We're gonna figure out the dynamics of this relationship, so you can understand what we go through as a people and what we dealing with as a people. Go ahead.
And he called him and said unto him, how
Uh-huh.
is it that I hear this of thee? Give an account of thy stewardship, for
She
thou
said,
mayest be no longer steward.
you see what ended up happening is when his boss, or when the Most High come to check you about your work, you understand what I'm saying? So he can fire your bonds. We can get you up out of there. You understand what I'm saying? This is the situation that's going on. He's checking to see what this man has been doing. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Uh, then the steward said within himself,
Uh huh.
What shall I do? For my Lord taketh away from me the stewardship. I cannot dig to
Meaning he can't. I cannot dig means that he don't want to do physical labor. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
to beg. I am ashamed.
To beg, I'm ashamed. Give me a second. I'm gonna find another precept that goes with this. Salagi. I'll go ahead and read it since I got it. This is the book of John, chapter 11 and verse 48. And this is Christ talking about Christ. And this is what the people who were trying to persecute Christ ended up saying. This is the book of John, church, verse 11 and verse 48. It says, if we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. You understand what I'm saying? And something similar is being said by this steward, and that's the reason why he's saying that he can't dig. You know what I'm saying? That he don't want to work to beg. He ashamed. He don't want to lose his position. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Now imagine you work for somebody, and you have a certain amount of power in the field that you're working in, and then you're not doing your job very well, or somebody comes behind you and does your job better. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to go to begging. You was just in a high position. You don't want to. You don't want to go to working using your back to do some hard labor. TD Jakes don't want to do no hard labor. Creflo Dollar don't want to do no hard labor. You understand what I'm saying? Eddie Long he want to do no hard labor. Salaki, pause. He was doing some labor in Salaki. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't want to work, man. You understand what I'm saying? They getting rich off of you. You understand what I'm saying? Like making it real simple. They just getting rich because you come in there and they tell you what you want to hear, man. And we're gonna get more into the scripture so you understand that. And that's the same thing that was going on with Christ. The people who were set up before were set up by the Romans to pacify our people. The people who we have set up now are set up by our so-called oppressor to pacify our people. It's the same exact thing going on. And they don't want to lose their place. That's why everybody is going to end up hating us as a people, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's why everybody is going to look to allow us to be destroyed and just let it happen. You understand what I'm saying? That's in the scriptures too. It said their own shepherds uh, pitied them not. You understand what I'm saying? You can keep reading.
All right. Um,
You at verse 4.
okay. I am resolved what to do, that when I am put out of the stewardship, that they may receive me into their houses.
So what he decided was because I'm going to end up getting fired from doing a damn bad job, let me make it so that the people receive me into their houses, meaning the other people that's serving under my boss as well, but I'm over them. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is with our Christian church, man. That's what it is with our leaders, man. You understand what I'm saying? And all these religions and all our politicians and all that. Really, they just, set up, they get a good little position, and they don't do right by our people, man. They don't do what God really wants them to do or what they really supposed to do for our people, man. That's where we come in as the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? We actually do the job and tell you the things that God wanted you to know, man. And this is why we are, as a people, we are a lot closer to Diddy and Cassie than we all think we are. You understand what I'm saying? He wants the people to receive him into their houses. You can go ahead.
So he called every one of his Lord's debtors unto him, and
Mm-hmm.
said unto the first, how much owest thou unto my Lord?
So how much do you owe him? How much do you owe my Lord? Go ahead.
And said, 100 measures of oil. And he
Mm-hmm.
said unto him, take thy bill and sit down quickly, and write 50.
He said, how much do you owe my Lord? He said 100 measures of oil. He said, you know what? Just write 50 and pay me for the 50. You see what I'm saying? He's not going in, he's not making you pay back your whole debt to what you really owe the most high, what you really owe your boss. That's what your pastors have been doing. Your pastors have been letting you loose to do whatever you want to do. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at our people, that's why we're so foul mouthed, man. That's why we still hate one another. When the Bible say love your brother as you love yourself, why the main people that our people fight to make sure that we love is another race of people. It's not our own people. We don't think our own people is our brother first. Hold on real quick. Let me move something around real quick. So like I'm gonna go ahead and grab something. So like y'all, this is a impromptu situation. Go into my books. I'm show y'all something real quick. Let me go ahead and dust this off real quick. Let me show y'all something. When we talk about brothers, right? Hold on. Y'all can see that? You see that, Wisdom?
Hold up, let me check. Yeah, I can see that.
And now this is your brothers the ones that put them up there, or is your brothers the one that's up there with you? Who your brother? Because our people like to come and argue with us that our so-called oppressor is our brother, man. That the so-called white man is our brother. But that looked like my brother up there. You understand what I'm saying? Let me turn the page, man. There's a book called Without Sanctuary, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Lord say in the Bible, man, this place is not your rest, man. This is not a place that was made for us, man. You understand what I'm saying? You see this right here? The people that would do this to your people, that's the people that you think your brother is. You understand what I'm saying? Let me turn to another page. Look, see that right there? Some of my Hispanic brothers right there. All Hispanic people, our Latino brothers and sisters got lynched too, man. You understand what I'm saying? They was putting them and our Native American brothers' heads in jars, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's who our people like to argue with us and tell us that these people is our brothers. You see this right here? Look at this right here. Hold on. Go ahead, focus. Now, that's the reason why our people is in the condition that we in. Because our leaders tell us to love people like that, man, and not love each other first. You know why? Because to tell you to not love your oppressor is the harder thing to do, man. You understand what I'm saying? And they just don't want to do the job. You understand what I'm saying? They'd rather do like the scriptures say, and they say, "Teach me smooth, preach to me smooth things, man. Don't teach hard stuff to me, man." But if there is blood on our leaders' hands, man. What's going on with Diddy and Cassie is on our oppressor? Because and I'm gonna tell you why specifically. I'm sure Diddy did not learn that in his neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? Like our people ain't we ain't the freak off type of people like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like we get into a little bit of deviancy, but what they do with them Hollywoods and them rich people with that power, that's something else. Then the other part of the Diddy situation is bad business. Where are they learning to do bad business from? The people that have been doing bad business with us since we got over here, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's been going on for real. And our people do not want to say that, man. Our leaders do not want to say that that's really what's going on. And that's why, as a nation, we are a lot closer to Diddy and Cassie than you think, man. And I'm going to break that down some more later on. But I'm going to keep giving you this understanding so you understand the position of our leaders that's not telling you the right thing to do, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Bible tell you not to look at another man's nakedness and not to look at another woman's nakedness. That's in the scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? Like a freak off is unlawful in every way. You understand what I'm saying? What's lawful is a man and a woman having a relationship and what go on in their marriage bed. That's lawful. You understand what I'm saying? But you in there with what 6 other dudes and your woman. You understand what I'm saying? A couple guys and a couple women. Y'all just in there for 4 days going crazy. That's not what our people supposed to be doing, man. You understand what I'm saying? You can keep going.
All right,
I think we have verse 7.
verse 7. Yeah, all right. Then he said, wait, no. Then said he to another, and how much owest thou? And he said, an 100 measures of wheat. And he said unto him, take thy bill and write fourscore.
Four score, yeah. That's it. Keep going.
And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Now, this person is going to end up commending them for the bad job that he did. Now, mind you, this is a metaphor. You understand what I'm saying? But this is a metaphor for what's supposed to be done versus what's actually being done. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's showing you it said he had done wisely for the children of the world, meaning the people that are in the world, the people that are not separated on the God. You understand what I'm saying? Are in their generation wiser than the children of light. And that's the people that's supposed to be following the Most High, man. You understand what I'm saying? TD Jakes is smarter than you are. That's the problem. Creflo Dollar is smarter than you, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem. Eddie Long is smarter than you. You understand what I'm saying? You got these wicked pastors that are smart enough in their wickedness that they know what to do to you to sell you evil, man. To sell short the Most High God, man. To sell short their office. Man. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of
Now let's look up what mammon means. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's something we learn in the school too. Is to look up definitions. It says mammon. It's a noun. It says wealth regarded as an evil influence or false object of worship and devotion. Now, read that scripture again.
and I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon
Friends of
of
mammon.
unrighteousness.
Friends of mammon of unrighteousness. It says wealth regarded as an evil influence. The wealth that your Christian pastor is acquiring is so that they can do evil, man. The wealth that Diddy acquired was so that he could do evil. You understand what I'm saying? You sitting there, you trying to sing, you trying to rap, you trying to get you a record deal. You know what I'm saying? You trying to change your life, and you looking at this man like he's some type of hero. You looking at the pastor like he's some type of hero. The pastor's supposed to be helping you out. You understand what I'm saying? Now he's sleeping with your wife. Now he's sleeping with your son. You understand what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. The same thing going on in the church is the same thing that's going on with Diddy. What is we talking about? A rich man is using his wealth as a evil influence to get what he wants from people, man. You understand what I'm saying? And this is in the scriptures, man. But your pastors don't ever read these scriptures. I've never heard this scripture in church, man. Never heard this broken down in church. And this is something that Christ broke down, man. Never heard this broken down the proper way. It said make yourself friends with mammon, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, do you understand? Like, if I could, listen, do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, man.
Do you get what the story is saying?
Uh-huh.
So make yourself the friends of mammon, of unrighteousness, of unrighteous riches, man. Keep going.
Uh, that when ye fail,
That
they
when
may
you
receive
fail, go ahead.
you into everlasting what does that say?
Habitations.
Habitations.
Habitations. They may receive you in the everlasting habitations, man. You understand what I'm saying? So what that's talking about is that when you make yourself friends with evil wealth, you always gonna have friends, man. You understand what I'm saying? I believe that's another precept in the Bible. Let me look it up real quick. Let me see something real quick. Riches. Uh, this is Proverbs 4 and 6. It says Proverbs 19 verses 4. It says, "Wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor." You understand what I'm saying? That's some moral wisdom that's in the Bible, man. You understand what I'm saying? So when you got somebody that's wicked, let's get some examples. Drug dealer, you out here selling crack to your people, selling heroin to your people. You destroying your people. Do drug dealers not have friends? You understand what I'm saying? You go and you look back. You know what I'm saying? It was like drug dealers, athletes, the top two people among black people. You understand what I'm saying? Even among our so-called oppressor, man. The Italians, the gangsters, they rubbing shoulders with politicians, man. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because they're getting wealth. They're getting money by being wicked. You understand what I'm saying? That wealth that they're getting is multiplying their friends. So the scripture is telling you, make yourself friends with this evil money, man. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what they've been doing, man. That's the leadership of our people. Diddy and the pastor is the same thing, man. You understand what I'm saying? There's somebody with more money than you, more influence, or more power that's really getting rich off of your ignorance. You understand what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know what I'm saying. Cassie should have been able to just do music. You understand what I'm saying? The brothers and the messed up part is it ain't just her. Everybody that didn't sign to Diddy said they ain't get their money. They don't got none of the rights and none of their music or none of that. He robbing everybody. Everybody know this. You understand what I'm saying? Some type of way you end up in jail or dead messing with being signed with Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? There was one cat that I think made it, but now it's like it's a bad look because you stuck by this man's side, and now all this information coming out. So now we looking at you like, oh, you was with old boy. You understand what I'm saying? I think one person made it. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say his name because he iffy. You understand what I'm saying? You can go ahead.
Okay. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much,
Mm-hmm.
and he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much.
Keep going.
If therefore
Hold on.
ye,
Just drop down to verse 13.
all right, no servant can serve two masters,
No
for
servant can serve two masters, man. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
either he will hate the one and love the other,
Uh huh.
or or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
And despise the other. So you can't serve two masters, man. You gonna hate one and you gonna love the other one, man. God tell you can't have free calls. You think Diddy love God? You understand what I'm saying? I think at the end of a song I've listened to, I think Diddy say on there, keep God first. I heard it recently. Like it's something you don't pay attention to before all this come out, but then it come out and you hear it and you just laugh. You understand what I'm saying? Diddy was running around telling everybody you need to vote or die. Who the hell is he to tell us who to vote for? You understand what I'm saying? He in there having all type of, you know what I'm saying, lewd parties and alleged stuff with, you know what I'm saying, like just ridiculousness, man. Stuff going on with kids and we don't know what the hell going on at Diddy house, man. Baby oil everywhere. It's a lot. You understand what I'm saying? And he telling us to vote or die. What is you talking about, Diddy? What is we voting for? What is we voting for? From you. That's our leaders, man. You can't have two masters, man. You're gonna love one and you're gonna hate the other one, man. You love your Christian pastor, man. Your Christian pastor hate God. You understand what I'm saying? You know why? Because he's serving money. He want to get rich. Why you think the pastor got a private jet? I'm gonna tell you what Eddie Long used to do. He used to teach church, get on the plane and fly, and then do another sermon. Why is he doing that? Why is he going back in time, catching the flight, and going back in time to catch the morning to do another morning service? Why is he doing that? Because he's getting rich off of your money, man. But behind the scenes, he's giving that money to young boys, and he's having relations with young boys that he's supposed to be helping. When the Bible says man should not lie with mankind, man. And this is why you can't tell Diddy nothing. You know why? Because you could still love God and be evil. And our leaders have basically given everybody a free pass to love God and be evil. Because why? Everybody says the commandments are done away with, man. This is why you closer to Diddy. This is one of the reasons why you closer to Diddy and Cassie than you think, man. You understand what I'm saying? Because in this situation, you got somebody else is using you just like she was getting used. You understand what I'm saying? You go to a church for 20 years, giving them money all the time, giving them your service, helping them out, doing all of this the whole time. The person you've been serving is a wicked bastard, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a wicked individual, man. Somebody that should be left to do hard labor or go out in the street and be damn begging, man, asking for assistance. Why? Because he evil as hell, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm a I'm gonna break some more stuff down. So like I don't want to get too carried away. I want y'all to get the point of what I'm saying first. You understand what I'm saying? Then I'm really gonna get into it. Now let me go on my notes real quick. Where I need you to go next. Give me the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 19. Let's get there. Let's see what Christ said out his own mouth, man. So I could back up what I
Matthew
just said.
chapter what?
5 and verse 19.
Uh, 13. All right.
5 and 19. You got it.
Oh snap! I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Hold on.
You said I think you said 13. Just go down. If you click under that joint, it's gonna say read full chapter.
All right, I got
And
that
you
John.
scroll down to 19. Go ahead. Now this is what Christ said out of his mouth versus what your passage is telling you. And the reason why this is important because the Bible gives a blueprint for how you're supposed to have a relationship, for how you're supposed to have sex. Because clearly we don't know what the hell we do. You understand what I'm saying? We got Diddy. I don't even want to talk about what he did in specific. And the Gorilla Hebrew, use a Diddy. Salaki. The Gorilla Hebrew used a Diddy. If you was in that Israelite school, you was in Diddy camp. You understand what I'm saying? That's a sick Negro. Salaki. Go ahead.
Uh, um, who? That says who's ever, right?
Whosoever.
Whosoever. All right. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he
So
shall.
whosoever, hold on,
All right.
whosoever shall break one of the least commandments. Go ahead.
He shall be called the least. He shall be called the least in the
Should be called
kingdom
the
of
what?
heaven. He should be called the least.
He should be called the what?
The least in the
He
kingdom
shall
of
be
heaven.
called the least in the kingdom of heaven for breaking the least commandment and teaching people to break the least commandment. Now, did I just make that up? This is what Christ said out of his own mouth, man. You're not supposed to break the least commandment. You're not supposed to teach other people to break the commandments. But your Christian church tell you can do whatever you want to do, man. That you under grace. Y'all don't even understand what grace means. Grace is like a grace period on your bills. You understand what I'm saying? You got a credit card bill or something. You call the credit card company like, listen, man, I ain't gonna have it this month. Y'all ain't gotta do me like that. Let me pay it next month on time. Boom, I got y'all. They might give you a different payment or something. They work it out with you. Got a light bill. You don't want your lights to get cut off. You're like, listen, can I get an extension? That's a grace period. God gave Israelites a grace period to get themselves together. Understand what I'm saying? And the grace period was before you knew the truth was your grace period. After you know the truth, you don't have no grace after that. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. Let me get there with you real quick. Matter of fact, you can drop down to verse 17.
All right. Wait, you mean go back up?
The same one, yeah.
All right. To where it says, think not that.
Yeah.
All right. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I
He said,
am
think not.
not.
I'm gonna give you a tip, wisdom. If you read a little bit more forcefully, it make it easier and smoother to go through. That's something I learned coming into the school when I was a young man. I'm just telling you. You straight because we online. It ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that big a deal. We Your phone kind of breaking up,
That's my phone. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
or I don't know if you touching something. You over there eating chips. So like,
Hold up. Hold up. How was
no, no
sound? How was
sweat.
sound?
You good? You good? I don't know. It sounded like you was doing something. Like it's like I don't know. You
No,
bumping up against.
I wasn't moving.
No, I started doing it again. I think that's you. I'm hearing it from your side.
I'm
Go
muted, but
ahead.
I'm still hearing it. But
No, I couldn't hear no
how was
more
sound?
from
How
you.
was sound?
Just go ahead and read real quick. Let's see.
All right.
Is it my Wi-Fi? I shouldn't be. Go ahead.
Hear
You
me?
was at 17, right?
Uh, I am not to come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Start from the top and read a little louder.
All right, from think not. All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
It
I am
says,
not
think
come to
not. Hold
destroy.
on. Hold on. I got it. It says, think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. Go ahead.
Uh I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Uh huh.
Keep reading.
Yeah.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
A jot or a tittle is like a dot over an I or a crossing of a T. It's like a small thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's something that's quickly written down. You understand? It's something you just put on the paper real quick. Shall in no wise pass from the law. Go ahead.
Um, till all be fulfilled.
Until everything is fulfilled. Now drop down to verse 20 because we read 19 already.
All right. For I say unto you that
Uh,
ex- except your righteousness shall wait.
exceed.
Yeah, I thought I read something wrong. Shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees,
Uh-huh.
ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Now that's heavy right there, man. It says that except your righteousness shall exceed the Sadducees and the Pharisees. These were the religious leaders at the time, man. Your righteousness, if you're following Christ, has to be more than their righteousness. Or, what does it say after that? It says, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. So, what is righteousness, man? Is righteousness a thought in your mind? Like, yeah, I do smoke crack sometimes still, but Jesus loved me. Do that sound righteous to you? Do that sound righteous to you? Yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? Sell my girlfriend to other men, and I like to watch, but God, He still know my heart. Do that sound righteous to you? You understand what I'm saying? This is what our leaders have been doing, man. This is what they have been allowing us to do. It says you got to exceed the righteousness of the religious leaders at the time, which means that they was very wicked. They was some type of wicked. They was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? They had to be dealing with some form of wickedness. Now we seen Eddie Long. Eddie Long is gone. He shriveled up and died. And listen, I used to, that's the church we used to go to. You understand what I'm saying? Like moving to Latonia, Georgia, that church is probably like 15 minutes from my house. We used to go there. We in the big mega church. Yeah, it's cool. I remember Eddie Long used to talk about how good he looked and how the Lord preserved his strength and all that. You understand what I'm saying? My mother, she got the inclination, like, you know what, something is wrong with me going in here. We had stopped going before that, but my mom still was just trying to do the right thing, and she got a feeling that something was wrong in there, and that something about him was off, and that he was wicked. So she stopped going. Years later, we find out he dealing with young boys, and then you seen the Lord embarrass him and shrivel that man up before he took his life. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's talk about how good you look, because we didn't seen what was on the inside come out on the outside. That's the Sadducee and Pharisee right there, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we don't be surprised when you hear about some more wickedness from TD Jakes, man. It's people on the internet saying TD Jakes love touched them, man. You understand what I'm saying? Was trying to have relations with them, man. Let's see if that come out and that be true. We know they all wicked anyway. They're not telling you the truth according to the Bible. They're telling you the laws is done away with. But your righteousness needs to exceed the Sadducees and Pharisees, or you're not getting into heaven. That's in the scriptures. We just read it. You understand what I'm saying? That's out of Christ's mouth, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we not here to be hypocrites, man. And that's something that in the ISUPK we work very hard to not be, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is a fight every day where you go and you live your life and you go, you know what? Let me make sure that what I'm teaching and the way that I'm living align with each other. Or well, guess what's gonna happen? The most High gonna judge you, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna read that scripture myself. I just pulled up to show you and get a little understanding about what I was saying earlier about grace. Let me see. I just pulled it up. Where is it? It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, and verse 26. It says, "For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, man. Christ was your sacrifice for sins. If you sin willfully after that, there's no sacrifice for that. But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries." So you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to get judgment. You're going to get fiery indignations. You're going to get devoured, man. That's what the scripture's saying. And then it says, "He that despises Moses' law died without mercy under two or three witnesses." And this is a law that everybody's saying, "Oh, we not under the law no more. We're not under the law no more." It's Moses' law was done away with. The old law, it didn't work. No, you was wicked. We was wicked then. The law worked. We just was evil as hell. And
Mhm.
then you died under two or three witnesses. Guess what happened now? This is verse 29. "Of how much sorer punishment, so a worse punishment, suppose ye, shall he be thought worthy who have trodden underfoot the Son of God?" So you're trotting Jesus' name underfoot when you don't keep these commandments and you do evil after learning about the truth of God, man. That's what you do, man. You trotting God underfoot. A lot of people like, "Oh, I love Jesus," and eat pork, eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You sitting there having a freak off, talking about keep God first. You understand what I'm saying? Sitting here being evil as hell, not following any laws of the Bible, not even the basic laws of civility. You understand? Just being civil one another. You don't even know those laws. They don't even teach that in church, man. You understand what I'm saying? You know how the people we go to that they went to Catholic school and seminary school and don't know what the hell we talking about? You've been going to church for 40 years and we read them scriptures on the street and they go, "What Bible you reading out of?" You know how many times I done laughed at that? Me going out in the streets and teaching, and then we go and read something in the scriptures. And then the Christian, they've been telling them, "I've been a Christian my whole life." And they sit there and go, "What Bible you reading out of?" They don't say that in my Bible. Then we turn the book around and show it to them. It's right there. Look, it's in red. Christ said that out of his own mouth. They don't know that this is in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're in this class today, what you're learning is more than you're gonna learn in the Christian church for 40 years. You know what they end up doing? Singing, dancing, falling out, and telling you you can do what you want to do, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we end up doing in the Christian church, man. "Of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy who have trodden underfoot the Son of God?" So it's a worse punishment than what Moses was doing, and you was getting stoned for that. You do certain things, we just gonna put you in a little hole, whip them Jones around, wow, stone you to death. How much of a sore punishment do you deserve now that you've learned about what Christ was actually teaching? Now that Christ came and you done learned about it, how much sore of a punishment do you deserve? You understand what I'm saying? "Who have trodden under foot the Son of God, and have counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified and holy thing, and have done despite unto the Spirit of grace." So you don't understand grace. You understand what I'm saying? You're trodden underfoot the Son of God, like the scripture said, man. You understand what I'm saying? Doing evil, even though you were supposed to have grace, man. So you got grace to keep doing evil. God don't want you to keep being a crackhead, man. God don't want you to keep being a pothead, man. God don't want you to keep being a 304, man. God don't want you to keep being a damn drug dealer, man, a pimp. God don't want you to keep being violent. You know what? Let me tell you something. People go in and out of jail and sit there and they'll tell you about how God loved them or whatever. Why do you think you keep going to jail? You think God wants you to go in and out of jail? You don't think he's trying to tell you to stop? You understand what I'm saying? Do that make sense to you?
Nah, that
See
don't
where
make
I might be
sense.
coming from? Do it make
Hmm.
sense for you to keep going in and out of jail and be like, God was with me the whole time? Maybe God was bumping your damn head so you would learn what the hell was going on in life. Maybe he don't want you to succeed at being evil. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe being evil not with you. Being, Diddy thought being evil was for him. It caught up to him. No, we got the conspiracies. Maybe he pissed off the people at Ciroc. Maybe he pissed these people off. They don't want to see a black man having money. I think they got the videotape. I think we all seen the tape of him whooping Cassie. We all seen the video. You can't beat up on no little Filipino girl. just because you're rich and we got the footage.
Mhm.
We trying to help y'all out, man. We trying to help our people out, man. Bring our people back to righteousness, man. You need to stop looking up the evil rich people, man, and people that use their position over you to teach you evil, man, and use you for gain and money. You understand what I'm saying? What Diddy got is ill-gotten gain, and the money, the music that he promoted most of the time was wicked as hell. You understand what I'm saying? Including some of Cassie music. Of course, all the damn near all the music is off. But Biggie had the 10 crack commandments about how to be the best crack dealer and understand crack in a way where nobody ever broke it down before. And crack destroyed our people, man.
Mhm.
That's his biggest artist, promoting drug dealing. And he was saying gay, a bunch of gay shit. So like he said, like it's the Biggie lines. I don't even repeat them. I don't even repeat stuff like that. Like what the hell is going on, man? Our music industry is wicked as hell, man. And the position that they get from our so-called oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? And they get in that position because they want evil music to be promoted to our people. So if evil music is promoted to our people, we will continue to do evil. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want the fight the powers and the righteous music that was coming out back in the day. They don't want that no more. They want you talking about blowing your brother brains out and sliding. Why you think? You know how? Imagine this type of investment, right? I'm gonna pay you right for your music, and I'm gonna sign you to this record deal. I'm gonna give you a little bit of money. I'm gonna send you out there. You gonna make me more money after you die, and then I don't gotta pay you no more. You're gonna
Mhm.
die. You don't think them record labels had an idea that King Mine was probably gonna die? That FBG Duck was probably gonna die? That all these rappers are probably gonna die that they end up signing? You sign them, make some money off of him for a little while. Then when he die, his music go up and get millions of views, and you just collect the money.
Mhm.
Then,
Mhm.
hold on real quick. Let me see something real quick. I'm probably not gonna be able to find this video. I end up making a TikTok about it. Let me see if I can find this. Cause I feel like if I say this, y'all not gonna believe it. Sometimes you gotta find the proof. Let me see. I don't feel like he's overrated. You see those in LA. Lupe came to see us. He said, "Hey, Kippy, man, them folks
Yeah.
just got some new shit up there at the office, bro. That's why they been going at T-Pain, man. That's why old boy when he made the deal for the guy." Let me see if I can send this to my computer. Block it, y'all. Matter of fact, I might go find this on YouTube real quick. Because I got the. Which one is this? That the auto tune. YouTube. I'm going to show y'all something real quick.
No, I can't hear that.
Let me see. Let me see if I can share my screen. Slug it, y'all. It's kind of important to the point. Share screen. Screen. Wow. All right, tell me if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, let's see if we can hear this. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Hey, Gippy, man, them folks just pulled out some new shit up there at the office, bro. That's why they been going at T-Pain, man. That's why old boy when he made the death for the goddamn auto-tune and all that. Hey, man, destroy T-Pain. He getting too big. They put J on him. He killed T-Pain, right? Lupe say, they got this new shit. They talking about, we got to sign this paperwork, man. Talking about some 360 shit. I'm like, what that is? He say, man, that these people gonna get paid off your shows, paid off anything. You show up somewhere, they get paid with you. Man, that's slavery. Who made that up? Oh, Leo Cohen. Oh, after you walk Jay to the top, you said, oh shit, all this money to be made. We need to make this an industry thing. Me and CeeLo.
Now you heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna try to explain that. You know what I'm saying for our people, right? He said that they sent Jay Z after T Pain. The T Pain came out of nowhere in Florida. He had the auto tune. He was killing it. There was a time period where T Pain was the hottest artist in the world. I don't care what nobody say. He said Leor Cohen, a Jewish man, they put Jay Z on him, and he made a song called "The Death of Auto Tune." You understand what I'm saying? To kill T Pain buzz. Now, first of all, how the hell can a white Jewish man get you to snub your brother's career, man? Let's talk about that first. How the hell can a white Jewish man make a black man from the ghetto snub another black man from the ghetto career? You understand what I'm saying? How could he do that? We gotta make that make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna show y'all another video. Let me get it. Make this full screen. Let me know if you can hear it once I click on it.
Really rough, particularly on
You
women.
hear it?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I
I
think
heard
it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man. Is
Well, being a
serious.
With that
crackhead
said,
wasn't
would
cool
you?
back then. Being a
What?
crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
It's
to
the
be on
most
these
Popping
dangerous.
pills.
It's the
perks
most
and
dangerous
mollies and
thing that's facing um um our society.
Are you?
So,
Yeah.
so why sign an artist that would promote
Now
that?
hold on. Y'all seen he is acknowledging that drugs is bad and the promotion of drugs is bad. And Charlemagne is asking them a natural question. This is Leo Cohen. This is the same person that they said sent Jay Z after T Pain, and this is the same person that they said start signing people to 360 deals. Now let's understand why he want to sign somebody to a 360 deal.
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked
First, the devil got mad. First, he got an attitude. You can hear what's
Yeah, I hear it.
you hear what he's saying?
me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
You know saying that's hypocritical though. You're saying the
It's
opioid problem's a problem.
opportunistic.
Yeah.
It's
Opportunistic. So you know that if you allow people that you sign to make music about the drug industry and selling drugs and doing crack and the promiscuous music, you know if you do that, it's going to destroy people. And you're saying that you know the destruction of these people is wrong. You know that, but
I got people to feed.
I got people to feed.
I got
Leon.
I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. I don't even know him. So you
Now,
bring
this is the
him
devil
his
that Bible
name up.
speak of,
I don't
man.
even know him.
You understand what I'm saying? This is the devil the Bible speak of. That's why we had these 360 deals. That's why we have these artists that are garbage. That's why we have the sexy reds, man. That's why we have certain artists that's just trash, promote trash, and do all of that. They want to be friends with Diddy. Him and Diddy don't give a damn about you, man. Him, Jay-Z, Diddy, they don't give a damn about you as a people, man. They're going to promote what they want to promote to you. They're going to take that money, man. You understand what I'm saying? These are our leaders, man. We got to stop looking up to people in the music industry, people that white men like Leo Cohen have gave office to, man. Why? Because he's going to do that white man's agenda. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem. Now, I'm about to get another scripture for you, wisdom. Hold on. Matter of fact, it's in my notes, so I got it quick. Hold on, no, I don't. My bad. Get me the book of John, chapter 8, and verse 44.
John 8:44,
Uh-huh.
where it says, "Ye are of your father." That one.
Uh-huh. Read that.
All right. Ye are of your father. Yeah, ye are of your father, the devil, and
The
the
who?
lust of the devil,
Ye are of your father the devil. Go ahead.
and the lust of your father ye will do.
Mm-hmm.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and
Mm-hmm.
abode not in the truth,
Abode
because
is like a house. You understand what I'm saying? Somewhere that you stay at. You understand what I'm saying? It says he don't abode in the truth. He don't live inside of the truth, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's our so-called oppressor, man. That's the so-called white man. That's who don't abode in the truth. That's your father, the devil, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something too. I've talked to two older white people recently that know that Esau is white people. I told one of them that. He said I wouldn't doubt it, and he said I believe you, and he said my ancestry goes back to the Greeks. He said I 100% believe what you're saying right now when I told him that the so-called Edomites are white people. You understand what I'm saying? Then another cat, I asked him who was Edom, and he said Esau is the white Jews who took Israel from the tribe of Judah and then put themselves up as Jews. Now he said that. I just asked him who was Esau. You understand what I'm saying? These older white people know that they Edomites, man. And of course, I got a video. I can go find it on YouTube right now. They know that they're Edomites, man. That's who the devil is, man. That's a liar on the earth. And when it says he was a liar from the beginning, if you go back to Genesis, right? The serpent in the garden was a liar, man. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, a murderer from the beginning. Now, Jacob and Esau is also parallel to Cain and Abel, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's who inherited the will of Cain in the earth is a so-called white man. Somebody that want to kill his brother, man. You understand what I'm saying? And abode not in the truth because there is no truth in him. It says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. That's Leo Cohen, man. That's that double talking right there. You understand what I'm saying? That's what, oh yeah, we're gonna make a treaty with the Native Americans and then you come back and kill them. Yeah, man, the drugs is bad, man. It's so bad what's happening to the people. But I'm making money off people promoting the people dying in the streets. Like you're and this is the worst part. The artist is gonna do better the more he's telling the truth. If you hear that the rapper that was rapping about killing and selling drugs and going in and out of jail, if you find out he never did any of those things, you're gonna say he's fake. So the people that you sign need to be authentic. Jay-Z was really a drug dealer. You understand what I'm saying? Biggie Smalls is really a drug dealer. Now, of course, some people is getting over, but the more authentic it is, the more you're gonna love it. That's why we all love King Von. Listen, King Von has some good music. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. You understand what I'm saying? But a person like me listening to it is like, okay, well, you are promoting hating your people and this, that, and the third, but it don't make me go out and hate my people. You know what I'm saying? You got a little anger. You just go in the gym. You lift weights. It's the beat. It's the cakes. It's everything. It's still catchy. So if somebody that knows to do righteous and that is wrong can listen to it and understand that it's still catchy, what is a child going to do to want to look up to him? I don't look up to King Von. You understand what I'm saying? I don't look up to Jay-Z. I don't look up to Diddy. I don't look up to these people, man. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because what ends up happening is we have a respect of persons and a love for people that you do not know who are actually evil, man, and wicked. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be like King Von. I'm not about to grow dreads and get half on blind and wear tight pants and carry a gun all day and be ready to shoot my people, man. That's not what I'm going to do. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of our people will do that. And like I said, the more real you are, the more people are going to love you. So Leo Cohen's job is to sign the best type of artist that he can find that's the most authentic that people will believe and they're going to listen to the story, man. And then they're going to go out and they're going to do things like that. And he know that what they're doing is wrong and is destructive. And he described it as one of the worst things. This is one of the worst things is faking people. But I got people I have to feed, man. I got a business I got to run. You understand what I'm saying? Your destruction is a business, man. You understand what I'm saying? What Cassie And Diddy's situation, that was business, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's just business in America. That's the same thing they go into Hollywood. You want to be in the movie, you got to do something strange for this old Edomite, whether you a man or a woman. You understand what I'm saying? You in the movie now, you got to do something homosexual to promote it to our people, man. Me and my rib just was talking, man. We sitting there watching the old Toy Story. I was like, you know what's messed up? They made the Buzz with like the movie they call Buzz with the CGI people, whatever style they use, right? But it's a lesbian black movie. It's a lesbian black woman in the movie. What the hell they got to do with Buzz Lightyear? Is what they promoting to our kids, man. The Christian church, the so-called Jews, the so-called white man, our leaders do not give a damn about our people, man, or the righteousness of our people, man. And that's why you're a lot closer to Diddy and Cassie than you think you are. Why does your child need to watch a Disney movie about a damn toy that went to space? Why is there a lesbian black woman in there? You understand what I'm saying? Why do our actors and our people in Hollywood have to do all these homosexual roles, man? Denzel just said he wanted to do the Gladiator too. He had the damn kiss a man, man. Yeah, you sitting here and you looking around your neighborhood and wondering why all the things is going on because this is what we seeing from people that we look up to. If you look up to Denzel, you're like, well, Denzel kissed the man. No, UPK, we not doing that. All. You understand what I'm saying? But in the world, that's what you're gonna do. That's what it takes to be an actor. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. Just know this. A lot of these so-called industries where you get seen by people, it's a damn trap, man, to feed you to rich perverted people. That's what it is. You want to go and be a model as a man or a woman, people are going to be trying to do stuff to you all the time. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you closer to Diddy and Cassie than you think. Now, we gonna segue. So I'm gonna give y'all some understanding. Let me go on my notes. Give me Matthew 23:15. It's like, I'm gonna show y'all something, right?
23 and what?
15.
You can hear me?
You said what?
You hear me? You can hear me?
Waking up for a second. Yeah, I gave you.
What,
Scripture I put.
23 and what?
What I say? 23 and 15. Matthew 23 and 15. I don't think I got you to read that already.
All right, hold on. $15?
Yeah.
All right. KJV. All right, let's see what I'm working with. All right. Woe unto you, that one?
Yep.
Woe unto you, that one?
Yeah.
All right. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees,
Uh huh.
hypocrites, for ye compass sea and
You can
land
pass. That's
to
compass.
make one. Oh, that doesn't say compass. Oh snap.
I mean, it's the same. I think
Uh,
it's the same word. You
to
just
make
pronounce it
one.
different depending on
To
proselyte.
make one Pro, proselyte.
Proselyte. Proselyte. Something like that.
Proselyte? Alright. Proselyte.
Yeah, I believe so.
And when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves.
Read that again.
Which part?
The whole thing.
Alright. Woe unto you, the scribes and Pharisees,
Uh-huh.
hypocrites, for ye
Uh-huh.
compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the
Make
child
him
of hell
twofold.
than
Uh-huh.
yourselves.
A proselyte is a person who has converted from one opinion, religion, or party to another. So a proselyte is basically somebody that you teach, right? And I'm bringing this scripture up so that we can understand the way that Diddy and Cassie dynamic work in your everyday life. Now, what does this mean, right? Basically, the people who are the scribes and Pharisees, they going over sea and land. Today we got land, sea, and air. You wicked. You willing to go anywhere you got to go to find one person that you can convert to what you believe in. You understand what I'm saying? And make them twice a child as hell as you. Now, I'm a precept with this with another scripture. Just came to mind. If a leader this is Proverbs 29 and verse 12. It says, if a leader hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a similar situation. The Sadducees and Pharisees is going around teaching stuff they're not supposed to be teaching. Christian pastor teaching stuff you're not supposed to be teaching. Diddy is trying to show you want to be rich, you want to be in the game, this is what you got to do. That's what these people are teaching, man. You understand what I'm saying? And it says, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Man, if you following after the Christian church and he's teaching you lies, he's turning you into a wicked person, man. He's turning you into twofold the child of hell that he is. And that's what Diddy did. Now, this is what we're going to talk about, right? Understanding with our people and understanding trauma. Because what I've seen a lot of men and mostly women talking about Cassie, talking shit about Cassie. And the reason why they talk shit about Cassie is because she began to continue to do what Diddy taught her how to do. But understand the dynamics of their relationship. To Diddy, Cassie is a smoking gun. You know what I mean by that? Wisdom?
No, I don't.
All right, I'm gonna break this down. And I got another example. Hold on. I'm looking up this example real quick. DMX. To Diddy, Cassie is a smoking gun, right? And what I mean by that is somebody can find the evidence that somebody got shot, but they didn't find the gun with me. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I mean by a smoking gun. So if I get caught with the gun and it's smoking and I got it, it's like, well, you the one that shot it because you the one that got it with you, right? And there's a lot of people that's real close to being in Diddy's shoes that don't know how close you are to being in Diddy's shoes. I got an example, right? The brother that's been reading all day, that's my brother, right? Now, imagine I'm his older brother, right? And I'm in the streets and I'm selling drugs, right? And doing drugs. And he get 16, 17, old enough to come outside a little bit more. You understand what I'm saying? I let him try his first pill. You understand what I'm saying? I let him hit the weed for the first time. You understand what I'm saying? I introduced this to him. You understand what I'm saying? So for the next 10 years, he do everything that I do. He's turning into me, learning how to be me from me. And he's beginning to do things that I would do because I taught him. I got him started. I'm teaching him how to run the street, teach him how to shoot a gun, teach him how to do this and do that. And over years, he racks up his own criminal history, right? Say we both get arrested or he get arrested and decides to tell on me. because I'm the one that introduced him to everything, he's he's my smoking gun. It's like I never did drugs before until he gave me the drugs. You understand what I'm saying? He can blame that on me. I never ran the street. I never shot a gun until he gave me a gun to shoot. You understand what I'm saying? That's Diddy and Cassie's situation. So we could sit here and say, "Oh yeah, Cassie was requesting to have a freak off, and it's all her fault." Bro, she was a child when she met Diddy, and in relationship with another person. She said that she had to learn how to do sexual activities, certain things that she was doing from Diddy. He is a grown ass man, Locky. I'm gonna speak plainly here. You understand what I'm saying? And he's grooming somebody to be like him. Grown people get groomed too. You understand what I'm saying? And you could be changed to be like somebody else for a good reason. For example, I'm gonna give an extreme example. David Goggins is somebody who works out and goes crazy. David Goggins, people have requested that he come live with them to train them. And he like, if you crazy enough to do it, I'm crazy enough to come. He'll come stay in their house, wake them up at 3 in the morning, and have them outside running till they throw up. You understand what I'm saying? He come to your house. He like, oh, you got a lake out here. Okay, cool. You can swim. Yeah, it's damn near freezing out here. Yeah, we gonna swim across this lake, and that's what you gonna do. And then after a while, their mind starts to become like Goggins' mind. You understand what I'm saying? They begin to do the things that he do, and the UPK is the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? We learn not to eat shrimp, crab, pork, lobster. We learn a different culture, and we begin to follow that. If you introduce somebody to a certain lifestyle and they stay around you, and when they get caught or when they decide they want to say something, they're a smoking gun for you. You're going to have to take that. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because they're not acting like themselves. They're acting like you. You understand what I'm saying? If I teach my brother how to run the streets and he follow me into the streets and then he get in trouble and he say, hey, he the one that showed me all of this, he's a smoking gun for me. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at the Diddy case, don't sit there and, oh, Diddy, he innocent. Cassie was just as bad as he was. He taught her how to act like that. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you an example, right? Because a lot of people, this is a problem that I realize with people. You think just because you an adult that you don't get influenced by other people. That's what a lot of our people think, and you do get influenced by other people. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you're an adult, it don't stop. You still can get influenced by other people, and it don't stop. See, I'm gonna look something up real quick, and I'm gonna show it to you. This is formative years. It says formative years refers to the period of early childhood, typically birth to age 8, and adolescence when a person's personalities, values, and fundamental beliefs are shaped. These years are crucial for a person's growth and development, and experience during this time can have lasting impacts on a person's life. And this interacts with trauma in an even different way because if you're traumatized at a young age, this trauma sticks with you while you're grown. So somebody that had something happen to them traumatic when they were 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, they're still stuck in that state at 50. You understand what I'm saying? And you see people like this, right? Where you'll be talking to them about something they did, and they'll start crying about something their mom didn't do or did to them, or their dad or somebody did to them, and no, or they weren't being watched correctly or raised correctly. They'll revert back to that child while you're talking to them, and they 50. You understand what I'm saying? Like that. This is something that we have to become aware of over people. And Diddy was dealing with this girl in her formative years. Now let's look at it. It says, mind you, it says early childhood to adolescence. It says this early childhood from birth to 8. It says this period is characterized by rapid cognitive, social, emotional, and physical development. Experiences during these years, such as interaction with caregivers and environmental influence, play a significant role in shaping the child personality and behavior. So if you living in the hood or you living in a bad situation, you're going to be shaped by that, even though you're a child. Like me, personally, like I say, I grew up in the hood until what 10. I already was my personality was already formed before then. Who I was already formed before then, and then this is the adolescent stage. This is ages 10 through 18, all the way up to 24. It says adolescence is a time of significant physical, emotional, and social changes, including puberty and the development of a self identity. Experience during these times, such as friendships, relationships, and educational milestones, also contribute to the formation of a person's value and beliefs. Now, this is all the way up into them older years. Diddy was around that woman when she was a damn child, man. She was like 17, I believe. And this is the other thing about Diddy and Cassie's relationship. All the women is running their mouth about Cassie. I don't even understand what you're talking about. Y'all act just like her. What are you talking about? Not everybody. It's not every woman, but this is the average woman. You understand what I'm saying? This is the average relationship. And let's get something else clear. Diddy was not her boyfriend. Diddy was her boss first. He has power over her life. He's very influential. They gave Diddy the damn key to the city, and I think they gave his ass an honorary degree. He running around doing a campaign talking about vote or die. You understand what I'm saying? This will be very confusing for somebody that everybody think is so good to be a damn evil bastard behind closed doors. This is something that you share a secret with somebody with. You understand what I'm saying? That's what this is. This is a different situation. This is an employee relationship first, and then it became a relationship like that. So you're going to be able to use the person that don't even know how to pay bills yet. You understand what I'm saying? That wants a career in the music industry, you're going to be able to use them. Now, it's a lot of women that's foolish just like this. And look, men too. You understand what I'm saying? You done got around some wicked woman and she just showed you something. Now I'm going to explain another way why the relationships that are being had are closer to Diddy and Cassie than a lot of us probably uncomfortably close. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna explain it a couple different ways. The first way I'm going to explain it is like my younger brother. You know what I'm saying? He online with us right now. He's getting to the age where he go to college, right? So the people before us that went to college showed us a lot about college because this is people's brothers and sisters. These are friends that we had, and then we went right. And when we went in Atlanta, a lot of these colleges are in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? So this is when I'm first getting introduced to this, right? So we go down to Clark, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We know people going to Clark, Atlanta. They coming in town. We meeting people. Of course, you young people, y'all meeting, social media sharing, this, that, and the third, right? Now, when this happened, we noticed something that was happening, right? The girls that moved from the country, the girls that moved from different states to come to school in Atlanta, what would end up happening to some of them is they would mess with some older guy, right? And when they got there, maybe they smoked a little weed. That's probably it. In 3 years, they was popping pills, they was smoking, they was drinking, they was doing whatever. They was burnt out in 3 years. Some of them was pregnant and fooling with some older cat. What happened? In her formative years, this older guy introduced her to all these drugs, all these behind the closed doors activities. You know what I'm saying? Some of them is getting ran by multiple men. It go down. You start finding out some of your classmates got a price tag on them. What happened? When they went to school, somebody introduced them to a different lifestyle. Now, if you get caught and arrested, and this is what you're doing to somebody, and they tell the police you gave them drugs, you found other people for them to have sex with, now you're pimping. They thought they were in a relationship with you, but you were using them a different type of way. This is very common. This is something that's happening every day, every year in America. And we looking at Diddy and we pointing the finger, but this happens to a lot of people. What are we talking about? And this is the other reason why a lot of our people are closer to a lot of our women in the relationship is closer to Diddy and Cassie. This is another reason why. A lot of women, you get beat. I'm not laughing at that. You get beat, you get introduced to drugs. Some man and try to make you have a threesome, make you sleep with his friends, and do all of that. All types of stuff that happen to you. You've been laying with somebody who don't care about you. All of this, right? Because people saying Cassie's stupid for going back. What ends up happening is because you have developed this type of attachment and relationship with this person, you don't feel okay being normal no more. And this is something we'll go through. Wisdom, you my younger brother, right? I'm gonna explain it to you specifically, right? just so we understand, because me and you talking right now, right? If you
Yeah.
meet a girl and she got some type of ex that they was toxic, you know what I'm saying? They was going through whatever they was going through, right? And you see that she still has an attachment to this man, you're gonna have to assume there's a high percentage that she's going to end up going back there. Now you might be a young
Mhm.
man who like, boom, look, I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting married, find me a wife, you know what I'm saying? Have kids with this, that, and the third. What you gonna do? You look at a woman like that, so you might buy flowers, you might take her on dates, you might do this, that, and the third. But it's somebody who don't care about her, who might used to put their hands on her, anything. You understand what I'm saying? Don't care about it at all. Don't do nothing to give her liquor, sex, drugs, and that's it.
Mhm.
She's not going to like being with you. It's gonna make her feel uncomfortable. Do you know why?
Mhm. No, I think so, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'd
Ex-
rather
ex-
you just
can you
explain.
can you explain it
Nah,
like
nah, nah.
from how you picking up just a little, like a little bit?
It's like, what is it called? It's like, dang, I don't know how to explain it. It has a name. I just don't know the name of it.
Like
I
with
don't
it,
know.
with
I
it,
don't.
you like you can explain it. Like you just explain it in so many words. I'll finish it if you just started off because I think you get it.
It's like, let's say, like that. Ex is abusive or whatever. You gotta like. It's like she's gonna be like, if that's all she's ever known, she thinks that's the norm. And if I'm not doing that, it feels weird to her,
You
right?
getting it. You're getting it. And this is where we try to help our people out at, right? For the men and the women. There are so many of us that are addicted to degrad. Somebody said Stockholm syndrome in the comments. It is. It's definitely
That's what it's
like
called.
a
That's
type.
what it's called.
It's definitely a type of Stockholm syndrome, but it's there's also like an addiction to degradation that we end up getting to. You understand what I'm saying? Like you get addicted to somebody doing you wrong, to somebody using you a certain type of way, even though you know it's wrong. You get away from them because you know it's wrong, but then when somebody is treating you right, you can't even help yourself. You just go back and do it again anyway. You see what I'm saying? You can't help yourself. You dealing with a woman that's been going through all of this for years. She's tired of it. She need to get away from it. Then she come deal with you. You think she's gonna be able to sit there like let's take Cassie for example. You think she's gonna be able to have regular sex with Kid Cudi and her and Diddy was doing all this wild shit? It's going to make her feel weird. Then Diddy's still trying to contact her, get in contact with her, see what's going on. Kid Cudi was like, I didn't give her drugs. We smoked weed together. She used to do more than weed. You understand what I'm saying? She wants to go back to what she's used to. You understand what I'm saying? And then there's a self degradation to where you don't feel like you deserve better than this. And a lot of our people have this, man. You understand what I'm saying? You got this feeling that you don't deserve better than the hood. You understand what I'm saying? If we took you and put you in a 6 bedroom house and with a pool and space and big TVs and sent you in a good neighborhood, you would get uncomfortable and leave out. A lot of our
Hmm.
people are like that. You understand what I'm saying? My little brother, we was on vacation one time. We at the beach, we chilling. I'm talking about Jabril. We literally in the beach. He's in the water, feet in the water. We just was having fun. We just was kicking it, right? He stopped what he was doing. I'm looking at him like, bro, what's wrong with you? No lie. He's looking off into the ocean. He was like, man, I missed the block. We started dying laughing after that. Like, you dumb, bro. But it's like that, bro. There's a lot of our people you cannot take out of a bad situation and put them in a good situation. You're just like Cassie, bro. You can't go be with your husband. With the man that's her husband. She's sitting here and she try to sit around her husband. She can't sit around him because he's trying to treat her right as she used to being degraded. There's a lot of our people that got that same issue. You understand what I'm saying? And Stockholm syndrome, I'm gonna paraphrase what it is. Stockholm syndrome is when you begin to develop a relationship with your captive to where you begin to like them. You understand what I'm saying? This is what black people got for white people. I done showed y'all. I got the book right here. Look, I'm gonna open the book up again. Let's see. Let me see if I can find some different pictures right here. See it right here? Hold on. I'm gonna get it in there. Hold on. Y'all see that? That's two brothers up there hanging together. You love the people that did this to you. That's our people. This is our relationship with white people. Our relationship with white people is Cassie and Diddy. You've been getting raped, robbed, and murdered since you got over here, and you still love them, man. And lied to. And you still love them. You still keep going back. Our people, man, in the eyes you became, man, what we done is we broken the cycle, man. You understand what I'm saying? This the people you love. They do this to you. You see that?
What is that?
It's a brother they got that was lynched. I guess they
Wait.
then brought him halfway down. His hands are tied up
Alright.
together. That's it.
Yeah, I see.
Now, I tried to read this book. I got to page 17 and got mad.
Is that the book you had me reading?
No, I ain't had you reading this. I had you reading a different book. This the people you love right here. Look. See that right there? Hold on. Let's get it in. You see that right there? This is the people you love that'll do that to you. This is a Stockholm syndrome you got. So from a real relationship like Cassie and Diddy situation. Listen, I done been involved in a toxic situation before, so I can tell you from experience. This is what it's like, right? Because your feelings is involved, you think that that's a love that you need. Anyway, you think that that's a love that you need, and you think it's something that you need to try to make right. But then when you get out of it and you get free from it, you realize that's not love, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're going to end up realizing. And our relationship with our oppressor is not a loving relationship. It has not been a loving relationship. You understand what I'm saying? That's not our situation. That's the first thing. The second thing is with these actual relationships that we in, it's not love, man. You used to the degradation. You used to, you know what I'm saying, to the chaos. It's something to where being normal, like even with myself, like I dealt with a situation where the girl was toxic, right? And then when I got out the situation, I had to take time and be by myself and get back to feeling normal before I could talk to somebody. I had people I could have talked to directly, right? Like the next day, I could talk to this person tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? But I didn't because I'm not ready to talk to nobody because I just was in something messed up. And a lot of our people, man, a lot of these women, man, this is normal. This is life. You understand what I'm saying? Like this is. I don't even know why you acting like what Cassie did is strange. Y'all always go back to y'all ex that used to beat y'all and get y'all drunk and just have sex with y'all and make y'all go home. Don't even let you spend the night. Call you a Uber and drop you off real quick. This is normal. What is we talking about? Want to sit here and act like, oh, she just dumb and whatever, and it's just it's her fault. And Diddy, people getting to the point where they starting to say, "Oh, Diddy finna walk. He innocent." What are you talking about? He taught this girl how to buy prostitutes. He got all types of guns and other stuff. We seen the video of him whooping her ass. I don't know if he coming home, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand it might seem like because it went on for so long or whatever that it's a different situation. But this is why I said the difference between uh, meeting somebody who's ready and willing, who somebody else already turned into this person, who somebody already made twice this child of hell. What was the scripture we had?
Which
Let me
one?
see where
Which
it's
one?
at. The one you was reading. I don't know if I got it right here.
Well, woe unto you, scribes and
Read that.
Pharisees.
Uh,
Okay. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For
Destruction.
ye
Woe is
compass
destruction. You can pass.
sea and land to make one proselyte, and
Uh-huh.
when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves.
You make this person twofold the child of hell. It's a lot of women that some man introduced you to something and you're worse than him now. You understand what I'm saying? And I just give some advice to people, right? I'll give some advice for the men real quick. Um, I would say that trauma and how many people she slept with, trauma might be actually more important. And the reason why trauma is more important because trauma is like a change in the brain. It's something that's reactive. It's something that's not really just going to go away. You understand what I'm saying? In your formative years, if you're traumatized, and I believe it's called an ACE score. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm telling y'all right thing. I was gonna say it wrong again. Not the what it was. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna share the screen so y'all can see it. And y'all should look this up, man. This is actually something that's very interesting. Your ACE score and your formative years go together. This more is the trauma side of it, right? It says an ACE adverse childhood experiences score is a measure of the number of potentially traumatic experiences a person had in their childhood, birth to 18 years old. Once again, your adolescent years. These experiences can include abuse, neglect, and household dysfunction. The higher the ACE score is, the greater potential risk for various health and social problems in adulthood. Let me see if I can find a link for this. Come on, bro. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick, right? And I think the problem with your ACE score is it activates your flight response too much. You got to overact the fight or flight response, which can kill you. It's like stress on the body. The 10 types of childhood trauma measured by the CDC. 5 are personal, physical abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, physical neglect, and emotional neglect. 5 are related to other family members, a parent who is an alcoholic, a mother who is a victim of domestic violence, a family member in jail, a family member diagnosed with mental illness, and experiencing the divorce of parents. Now, if I read this, hold on now. I think the average of our people that grow up in bad situations, you got about 7 of these. Somebody didn't abuse you verbally, you definitely getting some of that, especially from these women. You're going to get some of that verbal abuse. If your mother does not like your father, or she cannot, or she just don't know how to watch him off, you're going to get some of this right here. Now, this right here, you're going to have to watch them uncles for this sexual abuse. Physical neglect, that happen all the time. Ain't nobody picking you up. Stop crying. Shut up. That's normal. And emotional neglect, shut up. Stop crying. Let nobody care. Ain't nobody picking you up. This is what our people go through, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's read the other part of it. It said a parent who is an alcoholic or a drug addict in general. That's so many of our, especially now. I could say especially now and especially before. We had the whole crack epidemic. Your parent was either a drug dealer or a drug addict, more than likely, or somebody you knew parents was drug dealers or drug addicts. This was all was going on around this, man. It said the mother who is a victim of domestic violence. A lot of us seen that. A family member in jail. Yep, that check out. A family member diagnosed with a mental illness. See, we don't get diagnosed, but a lot of us got that shit. And experiencing the divorce of parents, you know, a lot of our parents is not together, and that's our so-called oppressive fault, man, for splitting up our family, man. It says each type of trauma counts as one. So a person who has been physically abused with an alcoholic parent and a mother who was beaten has an ACE score of 3. There are, of course, many types of childhood trauma: racism, bullying, losing a caregiver, homelessness, surviving and recovering from a severe accident, witnessing the father being abused by the mother. It's a lot of men being abused by women too, and broken down. And that child support system is used as a tool to abuse men. Man. You understand what I'm saying? We see what DDG and them go through, and a lot of women have turned their daughters into twofold the child of hell that they are, man. You understand what I'm saying? Let me keep going. Let me see something because I'm looking for something specific. And they did this study on white people. They didn't even do this on us. And they ACE score was messed up. But this is what I'm looking for right here. It says the researchers came up with the ACE score to explain a person's risk for chronic disease. Think of it as the cholesterol score for childhood toxic stress. You get 1 point for each type of trauma. The higher your ACE score, the higher your risk of health and social problems. Of course, other types of trauma exist that can contribute to the ACE score. Now watch this. As your ACE score increases, so does the risk of disease, social, and emotional problems. With the ACE score of 4 or more, so really you only allowed to have 4. Now from that list at the top, a lot of our people, you're going to have about 7, 6 of them. 4 is like, I don't know who just got 4. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got to go look at that again. But anyway, it says the likelihood of chronic pulmonary lung disease increases 390%. Hepatitis, 240%. Depression, 460%. Attempted suicide, uh, over 1,000% up. You understand what I'm saying? By the way, lest you think the ACE study was yet another involving any city or people of color, take note. This study were of, it's like the study participants were 17K, mostly white, middle and upper class, middle college educated San Diegans with good jobs and good health care. Now, it says if you got 4 or more, this is how likely you is to suffer from all of this stuff, right? Now, I'm going to read out what it is again. There's the 10 they got. It's more than this. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, physical neglect, and emotional neglect. When you're dealing with somebody who's traumatized, you're dealing with something different, man. And a lot of our people are traumatized, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now, definitely, somebody in the comments said somebody has to go down for what Diddy did. Definitely, man. And it didn't start with Diddy, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I know it didn't start with Diddy because our so-called oppressor and the people in Hollywood and the music industry been doing this since the 60s and the 70s, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the music industry and the movie industry is still a part of MK Ultra. And I'm not no conspiracy. I'm not conspiracy brother. You understand what I'm saying? But the paperwork came out and we seen what they was doing. They know that they can influence people by the stuff that they show us. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what they've been doing. That's why America's mental health is messed up. Because the people that's controlling your mental health are evil. Part of the reason why you hate black people is because they began to demonize us on the news every night. They brought the drugs in our neighborhood, and then when we start acting crazy, they showed it on the news every night over and over again to make you scared of us, to make so-called white people scared of us. You understand what I'm saying? Now, back to my point I was making out. I would tell anybody that's dating anybody, if you're a woman and you trying to date a man, and you can see that he's been traumatized from being a child, you should be cautious of dealing with a traumatized person. You understand what I'm saying? If you are a woman dealing with a man, you should be cautious of a traumatized person. If you're a man dealing with a woman, you should be careful of a traumatized person. That's why in this school, there's a 6-month rule before you can deal with anybody where we get to watch you and you get to shed yourself of the things you went through growing up. Your first process of coming into the school is partially to shed yourself of the trauma that you went through in the world. And shed yourself of the wrong things that you've learned while you was in the world. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't know what to really do with a woman in the world. When you was looking for a woman in the world, you just go where the hoes at. You understand what I'm saying? You get your buddies, y'all do what y'all do. Y'all try to meet up and do what y'all do. When you're a woman, you don't know how to find the right type of man. You're going to go right over there and talk to some dude that's terrorizing the neighborhood. You next to get terrorized. And the other thing that I was saying about the becoming twofold the child of hell and Diddy being her smoking gun, there are traumatized people who, if Diddy get out of jail tomorrow, and they gonna look at it like, how much was you paying Cassie for them free calls? They gonna still want to go. They gonna still want to deal with it. They don't mind getting kicked in the head if they get millions of dollars. They don't mind getting a few STDs. They get STDs for nothing. But that's not Diddy's smoking gun. That's what somebody else did to this person that got them like that. You understand what I'm saying? He did that to Cassie, so her testifying in court versus him is the perfect situation. It's just like you testifying against whoever started you off on the path that you was on. Now, I'm going to show y'all something, right? DMX, you know what I'm saying? The brother was supposed to be, like a so-called, tough brother and all that. You understand what I'm saying? But I seen the behind the music film, and that brother actually had a very tragic life, man. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to show y'all something, right? And this is what I mean. This is DMX's smoking gun right here. You can see this.
Yeah.
All right. How long is this video? That's a 10-minute video. I don't need no 10-minute video. It ain't gonna take that long. It's a specific part.
This guy, Ready Ron. I mean,
Well, contra.
this guy, Ready Ron. I mean, he was like an older brother to me, and he would rap, and I would do the beatbox. The theme of my life is blessed with the curse, and the curse aspect of it was, like I said, I didn't smoke cigarettes, I didn't smoke weed, I didn't do anything. I'm 14 years old, and me and my man went to a robbery one night, and it was his birthday, and we came back, we spent the money. I said, here, take this, go get something nice for your birthday, whatever. And as I'm counting the money, he lights the blunt. I hit the blunt, and I'm like, I was no longer focused on the money. I never felt like this. Like it just fucked me up. I'm like, the fuck. And I later found out that he laced the blunt with crack. Why would you do that to a child? And he knew how I looked up to him. I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. This guy,
You heard that?
Yeah.
Now, do you know what DMX died of?
No. Wait, was it something to do with his brain?
I believe it was a drug overdose. Let me make sure.
Yeah. Something like that. It wasn't old age.
I'm gonna double check. I don't want to give y'all the wrong information. It says in 2016, he was found unconscious in a hotel parking lot in Yonkers, New York. He had overdosed and was not breathing.
When did he die?
It wasn't in 2016. It said 20. Anyway, it was a cocaine-induced drug overdose. Now, that person who gave him the drugs in the beginning, had he stayed around him his whole life, DMX is his smoking gun now. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us have people who have created us and turned us into the people we are today because of something that happened to us when they was younger. There's some people you can't bully at all. You run up on them with 10 people, they're going to headbutt you and try to fight everybody. They're not getting bullied. They're going to air it out. Why? Because somebody picked on them when they was 7 and they said, never again. You understand what I'm saying? No, I want you to look at yourself and look at who turned you into what you are today and what's it a positive thing or a negative thing. You understand what I'm saying? With that being said, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Jimmy Honor, out of 1 West 125th Street, all in New York. And that's my time this week. Shalom.
Shalom.